other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Porter being chased out left. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. The numbers for Smith-Schuster in that game last week. 5 catches, 95 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy that defenses have better focus on.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Steps away. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 37. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Porter to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The coverage good that time by Kendall Fuller. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Mahomes now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep hitting.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gentry. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. On first down, Porter. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but now it's 3rd and goal. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer. And likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Guys, man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 10 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. The Steeler defense proving its mettle here. And now this is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Okay, so now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Now he's hit, and Bortles fumbled. It's loose. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Following the fumble recovery. Porter. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And it's caught. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. Throwing on 3rd and long. Porter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Good coverage there, an even 50-yard punt. Leads to a return of 5. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Throwing on first down. Porter. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Check. He's checking.
2nd and 6. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with him for that long.
Yeah, better against man than... And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Darren Lee able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2nd and 15. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Throwing quickly, Mahomes gets this out to Watkins. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Mahomes now 11 for 11. Perfect in this opening half. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit the tackle there to Aaron Lynch. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. Now Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
Shoot, did not mean to press that.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdowns. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And an alley to run. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So we have reached halftime with a well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the 1st half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And he'll take this across the 25.
Ready up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 1st half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the 2nd half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Back to throw. Porter. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on fourth down. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On first and 10, Porter. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. It's on the Pro Bowl center, Mike Pouncey. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Looking to throw. Porter. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Porter. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. From the gun on third down. Porter. He may and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead.
That's a tough one there defensively because look at the stops they got on first and second down, and it was first and second and goal. And then on third down, they cover the receivers, but they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
Elliott now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that one a long 11-play drive. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And as the numbers show, he really wasn't in the mix at the beginning, but they've got him in the rotation now, and it's proved a good move.
And that's what happens when you're a good player. There's a lot more attention drawn to you, and it's obvious that they had him in their game plan on defense, not letting him get off to a good start. But he's found a way so far here in the second half.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They go play fake. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. On first down, Gentry.
Easy work. It's easy work. And it's
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
61, match box, 2.
Looking to throw. Porter escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. From 8 yards out. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
4th quarter, every drive so critical. You figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and this is caught by Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
General West. 25.
On first down, Porter. Flushed out right. And he fires one incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Being chased out left. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. From the gun, Porter. Going to throw right side here, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Back to throw. Porter to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it'll be second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Looking to throw. Porter forced out to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Back to throw. Porter.
Oh, that was
nice. In the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On first down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. Now it's Mahomes again. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mahomes to throw once more toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
I got you, boy.
But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Porter. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. That one looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. A strong running. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. They complete it to Hill. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
You got to go right here. You got to play big.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it. Go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Well, win it right now. Have the momentum. Go ahead and get it done.
A very important extra point there, up and good. Meanwhile, in Foxborough, they're in the 4th quarter. And it was the Patriots that wound up winners in that one. Phillip Rivers, good game throwing the ball, over 300 passing yards. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. After the sack here, 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over.
The defense has to hold him.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of the play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone.
And it's a fumble.
Oh, they are lucky that he got it.
So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Well, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On on second down now. It's Thompson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all time. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Oh, refusing to go down.
Let's go. Patrick Peterson with the touchdown. I am very glad.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for Pittsburgh, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns